listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Friday, November 15th, 2023. We are just about halfway through with the last month of the last 2023 you'll ever see in history. History is made every single day somewhere in this planet, on this planet. And we may be creating history here one way or another. One way or another. I'm going to get you one way or another. I'm going to get you. Remember that? Yeah, you do. Hey, 70% of you are my age. You know that song. That's crazy, right? I haven't heard that song since a long time. Somebody just told me something about Devo. Remember Devo? Oh, whip it good. Crack that whip. Break your mama's back. Remember that? And we were sitting there. Eddie Murphy. Never mind. So how many days are we till Christmas? 10? 11? Where are we? Because I have to give it out. Number 10 is Gary Nolan on the 10th day of coldness. ufology gave to me. 11, Gary Nolan. And a partridge are the rest of them. Well, he's number 11. 10. 10. Gary Nolan's number 10. So we started off with, I can't even read my own handwriting. Grush. Oh, Darcy Weir. That's right. She was the first. So Darcy Weir. Then Grush. So Weir, Grush, and then today would be Nolan. What was that? I know. Let's do a little bit of roll call. Tonight, we are going to talk about what the AI thinks it found on the moon. The moon. AI, you won't believe it. It doesn't think we went to the moon. AI studied pictures. I'll play the video, you'll see, but wow. We may have not gone to the moon, according to AI. That's historic right there. Yeah, I don't know if we went to the moon. I mean, I think we did. But would they? It was like 1/50th the power of a freaking smartphone that we have now. That's all they had. That's what they made it to the moon and back with, and we haven't gone since. Makes you wonder what's really going on the moon. It's always aliens, right? And if it isn't aliens, then what are they? Elementals? Mentals? Maybe they're mentals. Mentals who like Mentos. Elementos like Mentos. Roll call, everybody. Alfie Joe Bob's here. Welcome to the show. YOY Fools. Giddy up. Welcome to your... Dan Bob. Welcome to this show. Brookes. What do you say there, Chief? Welcome to the show. Paula. How you doing, Paula? Welcome to the show. Stardust. Okay, I haven't been here. What's the countdown? Glenn Collins, Big Band Man. What do you say there, Chief? Welcome to the show. Samantha Morris, the kitty cat. Did you turn into a member? Oh, thanks for that, you know. You guys can become members. You can also help support Goof On with the Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. Yeah, you know the drill. Tony, what do you say there, Chief? T. A. For Anjali. What? Anjali's here. What the? Get the what? Get what? Hey, oh, ooh. Did I already say it? I'll say it again. Brooke is. Welcome to the show. Who's this guy? Marcel, Goofonian Metalhead. Welcome to the David Wilcox. All right. Welcome to the show. Intergalactic Angler. Welcome to the show, mister. All right. And if I didn't say your name, it doesn't mean I don't love you at all. It means I got a lot of show to do and very little time. So I can't sit here and just say hello, 80 times. But I'd like to. Hey, Ozzy Tiger, what do you say there, Chief? Welcome to the show. Derek Faulkner, what do you say? Andromeda Native, welcome to your... All right, who's sneaking through the door right now? Member for 20 months. That's crazy. I know. That's why I said it. I saw it. Congratulations, and that's about as deep as it gets. I mean, I think we started that 20 months ago. Thank you very much. Samantha Morris, the cat. Member for 20. Good Lord, 20 months. How'd you do it? Donovan, what do you say there? Poner Houston, what do you say there? Jay Kaz, hey man. And did I say it? I don't care. I'm going to say it again. Thor Pangku. Best name in the industry. What industry is that? Don't worry about it. F.A.P. Armstrong was told he needed an 11-second delay to account for the distance. They go live and F's up and replies instantly. Right? Because he was in the studio next door. Actually, I think they were in orbit for 3 days. That's what people think. Yeah, they went up, but they didn't go all the way. So many things wrong with the moon. The moon landing, I should say. The moon itself is really strange. Do you know, I don't know if it's true, but I heard this, that all the craters on the moon, I would have to say 95%, are all the same depth. Like, let's say 20 feet is as deep as a wedge or a crater will form if anything hits the moon, right? And that's what every one of these craters just about is X amount of feet deep, because supposedly there's a protective reinforcement around the moon because people live inside the moon, so they reinforced it. Not even a meteor can get through, or an asteroid becomes a meteor when an asteroid can't even hurt it. Capiche? Oh, it's a one capiche show. What did it was that? I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, I know. Already so early, got a few PayPalers came in. I'd like to thank, make sure I read that, Dorothy Hawkins for $5.55 on PayPal. That is like a mucho gusto, generoso type of thing. Dorothy, God bless. Alien bless. What did I say? Thank you, Dorothy, a continuing supporter of Goof On. Hey, Samantha Morris, the kitty cat. A little Christmas cheer, she said she sent. And it was a $15 on the PayPal. Mucho gusto, generoso. Samantha, very nice. Thank you, and being a member forever. Almost 2 years. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. And thank God it's Friday, says David Wilcox with a $20 support on PayPal. TGIF, thank Grush, it's Friday, he says. TGIF. Get it? I got it. Thank you. Grush. Thank you, Grush. David Grush for Friday. Doesn't matter if it means nothing. Just say it. It felt good, didn't it? Didn't it? That's what cats do when they're happy. They look at you and they blink hard. Do you know cats talk to you with their eyes that way? David Wilcox, thank you for the 20, bro. As always, a continuing supporter of Goof On. Mucho gusto, generoso, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate it. And what did I miss? Who said? No, I got that. There it is. Didn't miss anything. Didn't miss anything. So the show, we're back to our sponsor, Nos. Nos. Even Jaime Maussan would drink Mos. I said Moss. Mos. Jaime. Hey, I like it to drink Nos. Either give me a good lift up to fake I don't know, UFO sighting, a Peruvian alien, whatever. Nos. And this is the best cap. I went too fast. Ready? Everybody, salute, huh? Friday. The carbonation in that drink is beyond off the chart. Woo! Woo! Time to show you my goods. This is it's a magic trick. It's a cloaking device for aliens. Check this out. Uh-oh. Oh. See? I know, right? Isn't that cool? Yeah, it's a new cloaking device called GS. I don't know, a green screen? Maybe, I don't know. All right, so you won't believe your own eyes. You won't. Is this on? Am I going deaf? I mean, seriously, am I just like losing my flabbergast? Let's just get the show started, freak. Don't do that. You should never make fun. Not making fun. Shut off. All right, let's start the show. Officially. All right. I got so much stuff tonight. This is going to be a good night. All right. Did you see? Well, let me just play it. Yeah, it's from X, but it's Tucker Carlson. Oh, I didn't know this was the whole thing. You mother. Well, let's take a look and a listen, shall we? Grant Levac was very nice to post this up on the X, and it's becoming obvious that the U.S. government has made contact with non-human beings, it says here, from Tucker Carlson. I'm starting to regurgitate. So why are they lying to us about it? We asked UFO whistleblower David Grush. All right, well, let's see what Grush has to say. What, do you guys hear that?
Strange moving lights in the sky since, well, the beginning of known history. The record goes back thousands of years. What is that? We don't know. In the United States, people have been talking a lot about these strange lights, UFOs, since the Second World War, when military pilots recorded seeing things they called Foo Fighters out their cockpit windows. They had no idea what they were. For the last 80 years, it seems like there has been a continuous increase in the sightings of these things, these UFOs or UAPs. And there's a whole industry that has grown up around describing what they are or may be. But it wasn't until very recently, within the last 18 months, that former government officials began stepping forward in public to say what they believe they are. People with direct, firsthand knowledge of the government's interactions with these objects or vehicles or people or whatever they are. One such person who has come forward recently is a longtime military intelligence officer, an Air Force major called Dave Grush. He's made a number of very interesting claims in public, including at congressional hearings. For example, here he is telling the Congress that, in fact, the U.S. government has retrieved bodies, or as he puts it, biologics, from crashed UAPs.
Stupid name.
Do you believe that officials at the highest levels of our national security apparatus have unlawfully withheld information from Congress and subverted our oversight authority?
There are certain elected leaders that had more information that.
Did you see that? Did you see what he did? How he looked up at the camera? And, you know, I keep forgetting, that was the only time he ever did this. He never did that look up. That is kind of bizarre. I want to show you that because it's easy to miss. Well, it isn't, but check it out.
And
let's see what was asked.
Subverted our oversight authority.
There are certain.
Look, who's up there? Who's up there? The alien? What are you looking for? There's nothing up there. Nobody looks up into the straight. Everybody always looks up and to the left. His head's tilted. But man, I mean, what a weird guy. Just a interesting, weird fellow he is. I don't hate Mr. Grush at all. I kind of think he's interesting because he's so different.
Elected leaders that had more information that I'm not sure what they've shared with certain Gang of Eight members or et cetera.
Just weird.
Certainly,
hold on.
I would not be surprised.
Okay. You've stated that the government is in possession of potentially non-human spacecraft. Based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts, do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
In other words, yeah. You know, this is what bothers me about the world we live in. When somebody can't answer something, they're actually answering it without telling us the details. So we know that there are bodies, right? Because he knows somebody who knows somebody. I mean, you know, 3 people, you know, my great-great-grandfather was a little crazy. It makes me crazy too, right? Because it happened 3 people ago. It's hereditary. You can't do that shit here, man. Everything's got to be treated brand new. Who cares what happened in the past? Remember what Elizondo said? Let's wipe everything down. Start over. Get rid of everything before 2004. We'll start ufology over with the proper people in place. Can you imagine just getting rid of 50 years of history? Because he said before 2004. Strange world we live in. David Grush is looking up at the heavens. I don't know what he sees. I mean, that was just a weird exchange right there. He's an odd fellow. I want to give this a little bit longer. I want to hear what Tucker has to say, and one more time.
Okay, I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have
She's
crashed
cute.
craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Stupid.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to.
Non-human. All right.
That are currently still on the program.
And was this...
Jesus, he's weird. Look at the face he makes.
Talk to that are currently still on the program.
Just an odd fellow. You know, he makes it, it's like a car accident. I can't look away.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
My God. Hey, can you answer these last three questions? Does the government have, we can't answer that. Are you saying that people have seen? I can't answer that. And what about that? We'll go in a skiff for that. Thank you for not answering. Yeah, my pleasure.
SCIF being a secure location where the highest classified intelligence can be discussed among people who have permission to hear it. Dave Grush is the man you just saw in that video. He joins us now. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Tucker.
For coming on. So before you get into fleshing out some of what you told Nancy Mason in that clip, tell us about your background. Who are you? Where are you from? What have you spent your life doing?
Yeah, I spent my entire life growing up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, son of, very normal income, typical family.
Yeah.
Spent most of my youth playing basketball and tennis, and I ended up going to the University of Pittsburgh, where I went into Air Force ROTC. I had a full scholarship in physics at the time. And born and bred in Pittsburgh. And then once I graduated Pitt, ended up commissioning in the Air Force as a second lieutenant and went on active duty. And I ended up spending 14 years in the Air Force, both active duty and reserve. And also I became a government civilian at the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency. And I was lucky enough to be brought in at the GS-15 level, which is equivalent to like a full bird colonel civilian.
National Geospatial on MacArthur Boulevard in D.C.
It's in Springfield, Virginia.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right. We're not going to get, this is a long, there's another hour and 2 minutes to go. Not like there's anything new we're going to hear. I haven't listened to this, so I don't know what's in store. But I tell you what, it's a long hour over there. I'll talk about it tomorrow. Actually, I won't. Monday, maybe. Who knows? It doesn't matter. The thing is, he's on Tucker Carlson and telling his side of the story, while folks like us don't get that opportunity, who are in the field, who know everything that's not going on. Tucker needs a reboot. Tucker needs to hear the other side of the story. He just doesn't. If he did, he would ask the proper questions. But with Grush there, you don't get the proper answers. Yeah, you get the hearsay guy, and now apparently he has firsthand knowledge of seeing stuff, and until that happens, David Grush is a hearsay guy, and that's it. That is what he gave us. That is what he's known as. He is known as the first ever hearsay whistleblower. Because I don't know if have we ever had a hearsay whistleblower? I really don't know. I can't think of everything, I'm talking about government cases. Just strange. Yeah. Anyway, he's an odd fellow, but I thought maybe, you know what? I tell you what, let's do this. Let's give him a fighting chance. Let's go somewhere in here. I won't even look. Here, I'll look away. I'll scrub right, scrub left, and metal. Oh, where am I going? We could stop anywhere. How about there? Almost in the middle. All right, here we go. Let's see what he says. If it's anything good, we'll give him some points. Ready? Egouge. I said egouge. Oh, you mother. While we're waiting for that, Lisa B sent $5 on PayPal for the best show on YouTube. Wow. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I don't know how that's true, but we could be. We in ufology, maybe. I don't know. Probably not even that, but I think we are. But thank you, Lisa. This is still spinning. Lisa, you have been a very nice, quiet supporter for a long time, and I appreciate that. Mucho gusto, generoso, young lady.
Things have recorded seeing
was meant to set up material analysis equipments at a
Thanks,
Bigelow
Lisa.
Aerospace facility to look at the material that a clear defense contractor was supposed to transfer to them. But when that ended, they ended up doing other stuff with that money because, well, they wanted to study this phenomenon in some way, shape, or form. So they looked at some of the more, paranormal aspects, if you will. I've never been to Skinwalker Ranch in Utah, but, allegedly things are going on out there. And then they wrote these documents called defense intelligence reference documents in lieu of the core reason for that money. So a lot of naysayers in social media are like, oh, Harry Reid, he was just into the paranormal and he wanted to study, Skinwalker Ranch, ghosts. That's not entirely accurate. There was a real reason for it.
No, but I'm just saying what they're doing is what it sounds like they did to you, which is try to discredit you by calling you a nut.
Yeah, and 1 week after the congressional hearing, there was a hit piece on The Intercept. Somebody verbally tipped off that reporter, and he admitted it on an interview on The Hill. And he FOIA'd for some records that pointed towards, some, struggles I had several years ago where I, checked myself in because I was feeling depressed at a hospital. And, I'm not ashamed of that. A lot of veterans go through that, but it was very interesting. 1 week after the hearing, this hit piece comes out of The Intercept, killing the messenger, but not the message, saying I'm crazy, I have mental problems. And it was totally crazy.
Why would an Intercept reporter do that?
You would think, because weren't they pro whistleblower? Didn't Glenn Greenwald create them to actually support whistleblowers?
Yes. And if some high level bureaucrat comes to you to crush a subordinate, because he's revealing.
Wow, I can't play more than I played a little bit more than I should have. That is interesting. I'll put the link to that in the show description so you guys can watch that on your own. Yeah, that part they were talking about right there. I mean, who cares, right? What were
things that the public really has a right to know? You think the reporters who actually, and if some high level bureaucrat comes to you to crush a subordinate, yeah,
it is interesting that The Intercept would do that to Grush, and that is probably the government stepping in and saying, hey, we need you guys. I know you're all for the whistleblower thing. You promote it. You're a believer. We need some negative stuff. I mean, I don't know how it went, but it's just weird. Maybe the guy just went rogue and thought it would be cool because he found something on Grush that, was a little off, if you want to say. Because here we go with people trying to go after the guy's character because he had mental issues. It is, he said, look, you don't have to be in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines to get PTSD. All right. You just have, depending on the life you live, the struggles you've endured and everything else, you can have PTSD just living a normal life. Everybody knows that. If you had a traumatic upbringing, split home, parents fighting, abuse, drugs, all that stuff. Not everybody with PTSD will check themselves into a mental institute or something like a mental institute. That's serious, man. And I remember reading the story several months ago how it was Grush, and it's in the police report, saying how he had thoughts about killing himself, I think it was, or harming his girlfriend. I'm not sure exactly. It was one of those two. So you can't just go, you know, you got that was going to come out no matter what about Grush. That was going to come out one way or the other. Some asshole out there was going to put that out. And it, and it worked in his favor because people felt, and you know why? I'll tell you why it worked in his favor. He's got a lot of military support from all the people from the debrief all the way to the fist. All those people will give him the support that he needs. And that's just awesome. Holy crap. And no, I never found out what that was, that noise yesterday. Never found out. Nothing was out of place. I did a pretty good walk around. I opened up every cabinet. I couldn't find out. Hey, Mystic, thank you for the $3 super dono. I don't know what kind of denomination that is, but we'll just say $3, and it is a super dono. Thank you very much. Yeah, you've been in the family for a minute. Mucho gusto generoso. Thank you very much. Again, 3 times in a row I said that. I know. Yes, I can see you. Oh, you're on Twitter, Amy. How funny. Yeah, I got your name up on the screen. Look at that. It even has a little birdie next to you. That's cool. No wonder why we have more people. Yeah, I can see the messages. Alien Girl, Amy. She's watching from Twitter. That's awesome. That's awesome. Are we missing somebody? Samo. Yeah. Samo and Jeanette. Yeah. Yeah, those two have been talking. I'm not going to say anything. But we see you. How you doing? Yeah, my show has always been on Twitter from day one. Day one. And eventually, starting tomorrow, we'll be on Instagram. Yeah, Instagram is the new thing. What's this? FAP? Yeah, Jeanette and Samo are watching. They're watching together on another line. I don't know. Is the Fist Fessler? No, the Fist is Fessler. Don't you know why I call him the Fist? Or is it Corbell's go-to move with Nap? Oh, I see. I didn't read the rest of that FAP. I'm sorry. Is the Fist Fessler? Yes. And it is also the go-to move with Nap. Yep, you got that right. Joshua Morphew's in the house. There he is. Welcome to the show, everybody. Josh, welcome. Jody, welcome. So nice to see you over there. Whole new vibe over here, she says. Where are you on my channel? My X account watching it, or are you on yours? I don't know. I sent it to you. She says it's peaceful. Tony, we're going to get the jugs out for the beer. No problem. See, you see this comment? Never mind. I'm not even going to say it. It's nothing. Nothing. I don't want to start an civil war amongst ourselves. All right. I am going to take you to the moon in just a minute. But I am supposed to, hold on a second. Wait, what is going on? Oh, yeah. I want to play this. This is interesting. I like Russell Brand. Love this guy. But I get the feel. Well, no. I can only take him in doses, like a show a week, but I can't watch him for an hour straight. And just something. He gets a little crazy. Like I don't understand what he says sometimes. Shout out to who's this? New York City Rockwell. Nice Rockwell. What's up? Good to see you. How's Jeanette making it here? Jeanette made it. And she's throwing down a $5. Hey, tell Samo I said hi. I'm starting a rumor about you and Samo. Because he's not here either. What's going on? Thank you, Jeanette, for the £5 super sticker. Mucho gusto, generoso. And you are the angel of Goofon. Don't you know we'd miss our angel? We're going to put you on the top of the tree this year. The big Goofon tree. Jeanette's going to sit on top of it. Well, stand, however. I'm teasing. Calm down. Let's watch Russell Brand talk about ufology. This is how you know the general public doesn't know anything. And that's why we need to get on Tucker Carlson. Amy, can you make a video and go on? Do something to get Tucker's attention. Look, they just had Grush on. We're better than Grush. We're the whistleblowers of true reality. Not some hearsay third-party guy. Yeah. Come on.
Congress is currently negotiating the final...
I can't watch this. No.
Version of the National Defense Authorization Act, which advocates for a controlled disclosure regarding the potential existence of materials and biologics with unknown or non-human origins, to be signed by President Joe Biden. Biden is reportedly in support of the UAP legislation, according to an interview with ex-Watergate and Pentagon Papers lawyer Daniel Sheehan, who is the current president of the New Paradigm Institute, an organization advocating for the UAP Disclosure Act to pass in its current state. Sheehan said, quote, "The president has decided, along with Chuck Schumer, along with the overwhelming majority of Republicans and Democrats in both the House and the Senate, that this is the solution."
While fronting this new legislation, Senator Chuck Schumer's staff and others in the Senate have been in coordination with various quarters of the U.S. government, including the White House and its National Security Council, to create the language for the bill. Former F-18 pilot Ryan Graves is calling for more government transparency around UAPs.
Are you planning on holding Washington accountable when it comes to transparency and reporting back what they're finding?
We have to. We have to, because the American people are not going to just trust the conclusions of the government on this conversation. That doesn't mean that we have to spill the beans on our ways and means and our technology capabilities, but the government also doesn't have the right to classify reality.
But comedian Russell Brand has another theory on the UAP discourse and weighed in on reporting that his CIA office is collecting UFO crash sites.
Paradigm-shifting information, like there are extraterrestrials that have long been visiting Earth, that there are retrieved vehicles and dead bodies and presumably diplomatic relationships between human and extraterrestrial governments, ought to be changing our consciousness to an almost inconceivable degree. Yet it fits snugly within a recognizable paradigm. The information is controlled, the access to it is curtailed, the information is exploited for profit, used for military ends. That's business as usual, isn't it? Your taxpayer dollars are used for the retrieval and the operations, and then when it comes to the profit, it's handled by a private entity. Pretty much like the development of certain medications or other technology that we're all familiar with. When it comes to the funding, you pay for it. When it comes to the profit, they benefit.
So the implication being...
That is a really interesting point. That's true. We're footing the bill for all this. When they make money, where's our return? Yeah, better roads, right? Better infrastructure, which, by the way, our infrastructure has a D- rating for bridges, tunnels, and byways. It's pretty bad. We have got a horrible infrastructure, yet we need to talk about aliens, Where's my priorities?
Or the argument being that the reason that we're not being told about UFOs is because whether some aspect of the technology, et cetera, is being used for profit, and that profit, that the government doesn't want to have to share the proceeds of that.
Yeah, like Russell Brand says, that's totally plausible, and you can find other examples of that being the case.
That's so silly. I just told you the profits, they're given back to us by keeping the country together. What else? Do these people not understand where our tax dollars go to? Do they not? They go wherever they want them to go. We don't have a say. We think we have a say, but, for the most part, we don't. Now, for the most part, companies do it right. Everybody's doing the right thing. It's just a few apples that are bad, which ruin it for everybody.
I also think, and I said before, the government prefers secrecy as just the way it operates and would be inclined to hide this, to hide whatever it has, even if what it has is very little, would still respond to these requests for more information and transparency in the same way. They don't want transparency because it exposes previous wrongdoing and causes and furthers distrust. Now, not showing us stuff also causes distrust, but they don't like to reveal what's behind the curtain ever. So they would do that regardless of the situation. I think I support transparency always, and I want to know exactly what the government has. I want to be able to see it. I actually don't care if it exposes state secrets or if it exposes state technology. I don't care at all. I want the evidence of the existence of extraterrestrial life would be the most significant development, news story, science story ever on planet Earth. So they should absolutely disclose that if they have some indication of it. I don't believe, as I don't take credulously necessarily what I've heard, that there is that evidence, because it sounded like a lot of, well, I know someone who knows that evidence exists, and we've not been able to see it firsthand, and I can't do anything with it.
Where's Russell Brand in all this? I'm telling you.
They don't want to disclose they found this technology because maybe
yeah. Oh, where do they do? What are they? I mean, they're just giving us a rundown of the history of ufology, and we got to do this and we can't do that, and all the bodies are kept here and we haven't done anything for 80 years, and God knows where they're putting the bodies, and he said biologics, and all the aliens. Oh, I never said aliens. I said biologics are flying these UFOs, and are they from other countries or are they from other planets? I can't tell you. Got to go in a skiff. Is there anything you can tell us without going in a skiff that means anything? No, everything that's meaningful has to be said in a skiff. Why? I don't know. Because you can't handle it. I can't handle it. You can't handle it. We can't handle hearing that we have brothers and sisters that kind of look like us, maybe not, God forbid, that are watching us, and they're sitting out there by Saturn in the Galactic Federation starship. You can't make this stuff up, man. You really can't. Have you been to the moon lately? Have you seen what they've done with the moon? Poor little moon. Did nothing to nobody. And then a very good story has been removed. I was going to talk about. How does that happen? Yep, they removed it. All right. I said, must read this. It was a News Nation story, and it says in the link here, UFO scientists, UAP research waiting government, and it says 404 message. So say goodbye to that one. All right, here's another one. This is good. In the same vein of what I was just saying, is humanity prepared for contact with intelligent aliens? Stupid aliens, yeah. Well, but intelligent aliens? Forget about it. The consequences of first contact strongly depend on the way it takes place, says this person, Baptiste Friscourt. This is from the Space Insider. Leonard David is a columnist there, and he says, is humanity prepared for contact with intelligent aliens? A new study calls for humanity to prepare for an encounter with extraterrestrial intelligence and examines the possible social consequences of such contact. First of all, the consequences of first contact strongly depend on the way it takes place. The paper offers the view that first contact with alien life poses considerable risks for humanity. Additionally, a first contact event could also take place without being culturally recognized. The intriguing new research paper is led by Andres Anton of the Institute for Frontier Areas of Psychology and Mental Health in Freiburg, Germany. And, oh, is there a video here? I think they have a video. Well, Anton and his colleagues serve up a set of scenarios. Is this going to play? Cancel. The signal scenario is the basis of SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, programs in which radio astronomers search for signs of alien civilizations. It assumes that radio telescopes can pick up artificial signals from the far reaches of space. Yep, here it is. Hold on. Let me bring this over for you. Oh, your sister's got 19 little... Boop. There we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, engage. You're going to have to read, hey. You know why SETI is, I mean, it's better than doing nothing, right? I guess it really is throwing money out the window because they think they're going to get back a signal that they've never heard or recognized, right? Now, for that to happen, a civilization would have had to have appeared at the same time, emerged around the same time humans did, through evolution, chance, luck, and whatever else you want to throw in the pot. They somehow come up with radio waves. The odds of another civilization running parallel with our civilization and coming up with the idea for radio waves, the odds are astronomical. I just don't see that as happening. Now, It doesn't mean that they have to have radio waves for us to detect them. We just need to detect some strange anomalous sound. Now, if the technology those civilizations are using, which we never thought of, make a certain noise, maybe we can pick it up. And that's what SETI tries to do, is pick up strange signals coming from strange entities out there in the cosmos, things that we would never be able to hear with our little tiny ears. But there's been one signal they call the WOW signal. I think it was 1977. All this time, nothing. Close, things that were close, maybe, but just a waste. Now, I say that, and then talk about space travel. Have we gone to the moon? Do you believe we've gone to the moon? Well, AI says moon pictures are fake. How do you like them apples? Yeah. Not only that, AI says that when Japan landed their little rover on the moon, and AI compared the pictures from a couple of years ago to the ones that were seen 1969, it's not good. The ones from 1969 came back as AI saying they are faked, while the Japanese ones were deemed real. Now, when you create an AI program, you're putting it together with what you want that AI program to be, right? Isn't that how it works? I feel like that AI machine may have been a little manipulated. I don't know. Let's see what they say here on this is BART SIBREL. He's the guy who gets punched in the face in the beginning of my intro. He gets hit by Buzz Aldrin. This is that guy. It's his channel. All right, let me pull it up. I hope he's okay with us using it. I'll try to do fair use. I don't know. Seems like a nice guy. I don't think he would do that to us.
Hello there. Boy, have I got news for you. This could be something very, very interesting in the near future. Google has tried to hide their own story, and I'll get into that when we read the article. Basically, AI has proven that the moon photos are fake from the Apollo missions, and it's Google's own neural network, the most advanced AI.
Now, that right there is amazing. You hear? This is the guy who will do anything to get those astronauts to say they didn't go to the moon. So, is he turning the narrative in his direction? Did AI really? Well, it did. Whoa, come on. Look what I just did. Well, I don't understand what just happened. I don't know what just happened.
That is a subscribe star link twice a week.
Here we
Damn,
go.
IB as in boy, REL.
Come on.
The faking of the moon landing at Cannon Air Force Base. It has the interview I did with Betty Grissom, who says her husband, who was going to be the first man to walk on the moon, was murdered by the CIA.
Jeez, man. That story's terrible. This is good. You guys, if you're not familiar with this, you should look into it. Just, something to do someday if you have a minute.
Apollo missions, because there is a lot of discussion among cabinet members of governments of the world whether it was real or not. We ran Apollo pictures through the deep fake protocol and got a very interesting result, says the consultant to President Vladimir Putin, who was shown the result.
Yeah, Putin right here, without any emotional attachment. Deductive reasoning concludes the simple fact that it is impossible for technology to be more advanced in the past than it is in the future. Today, with 50 years better rocket and computer technology, NASA can only send astronauts 1,000th the distance to the moon than they claimed they did on the first attempt. Ahead of schedule with antiquated, untried 1960s equipment. which only had 1/1,000,000th the computing power of a cell phone. Time to take my pills. I got alarms going off on the yin yang. So there he says that. Bart's going to read all that.
The results at the conference.
На этом фото ей кажутся ненастоящими. В то же время вот фотография китайского лунохода у нее особенных вопросов не вызывает.
А это то, что кажется не настоящим?
Да, да, вот то, что красное.
Это сетка гугловская, не наша. Чтобы не было предвзятости. Удивительно, но там точно вот она смотрит по очень много параметров, в том числе там падение светотеней и так далее, и показывает, что инкорпорировано в фотографию.
These equipment
without any oh, we already read that. Is he on to another?
Power of a cell phone. And here is the picture that the AI analyzed, among others, but this is the one they used as their sample. The number one supposed defense of the alleged
moon missions is that thousands of people assembled the technology, and you can't keep a secret from that many people. Really? The first atomic bomb was assembled with the assistance of 129,500 people, yet only 8 people knew what they were building. A large national bank with branches throughout the country may have about that many bank tellers. Do you really think what a bank teller knows versus what the CEO knows about corruption in the bank are identical? That's an entry. Yeah, true. The tellers are clueless, all 129,500 of them. That's a great analogy, actually. Do you really think the CIA is so stupid as to tell the person making the spacesuit glove or the rocket's door handle, hey, we're really not going to the moon, be sure not to tell anyone? Unlike World War II, which took place on Earth in front of billions of eyewitnesses, supposedly landing on the moon only had 3 eyewitnesses, all on the payroll of the federal government and all ex-military. There were no reporters on the moon for independent verification. We had to trust Richard Nixon, who didn't have the guts to be at the launch in case the lie unraveled. He showed up for the second launch, though, after they had safely gotten away with it. It's amazing, isn't it? It is. It really is. All the things. All the things. The number one supposed defense of the alleged moon missions is that thousands of people assembled the technology. Oh, we already read that. Why is that up again? Come on, Bart. What parts of the moon picture sample supplied by the federal government did Google's AI conclude are fake? About half of the elements in the picture, highlighted in red, the AI saw multiple discrepancies between the distribution of light on the mountain and the direction of, my God, of the astronaut's shadow. In addition, the neural network did not like the blurriness in the foreground and said that it is not a real outdoor setting. A section of the mountain to the left, behind the astronaut's back, is also highlighted in red. The entire astronaut
of the picture that are fake, and it's a lot of them. I saw multiple discrepancies between the distribution of light on the mountain and the direction.
The entire astronaut figure is also highlighted in red as the AI concludes that it is actually not an astronaut at all, rather a miniature of an astronaut, a doll that was placed on an electrically lit miniature movie set of the moon's surface. That's what AI says. You've got to be No, I don't know if I'm buying it. The person who made that AI program probably had it biased towards what he wanted it to say or boo or do or boo. Boo! I scared you. I'm telling you, something's wrong with this AI program. Or we never went to the moon. They're showing us right here how it could be done. Miniatures used in the set of the James Bond movie, GoldenEye. Yeah, we know. The real moon or a miniature
the same reel of the other fake one.
I don't like this
the
at
lunar
all.
lander, if it were real, would be about 15 feet tall. Or is that a movie set miniature that's about a foot tall? I wonder. Here are pictures I've been showing for years. This is the way sunlight looks. The shadows always run parallel. Over here, out of the picture, was a building, and when the shadows run up the building, they're still parallel. It doesn't matter if the landscape changes. They go parallel up the building, parallel on the fence, parallel over.
No, I'm sorry. He's wrong. That's wrong. I have a picture. Because I remember years ago, I think it was like 2019, I took a picture of shadows right in front of where I lived. And I took a picture of signs, you know, how there's signs and where the shadows from the post. And I also took, you know, the picture of the building that was behind me, which was a 2-story building with a balcony. And let me tell you, the shadows did not run parallel. How? Why? I don't know. But I bet you if I find the pictures, it would take me forever. But I think I can find them real quick, actually. Let me see. Because I didn't buy it. I don't buy everything. Come on now. Oh, wow. I've got to shrink that just a wee bit. Shut it. All right, let me go here. It's got to be right here. All right, I'm in the right place. I want to show you the shadow comparison because it debunks what everybody says about the shadows. Oh, I'm in the right place, I think. Oh, that is just lucky. I don't know, man. The moon. Who thinks we would? If you think we went to the moon, put a 1 in the chat. If you think we went to the moon. I want to know what you guys are thinking. I don't think I have the picture. Shit, I should have it. It should be here. I tell you, I probably already passed over it and didn't realize it. No, I don't know why I would, but I have so many pictures. It would be, I know what it looks like. As soon as I see it, I'll put it up here. I know you guys are like impatient like me, right? You're like, get back to the show. Stop looking for something. You probably don't have it anyway. No, I do. I really do. I don't know what I did with it. That's a shame. I'm seeing some old pictures. I'm like, whoa. Wow, how weird. Sorry. All right. Let's get back to the moon. Shall we? You know, I feel like we're from the moon. The moon. From Mars. I think we're from Mars. I really do. The funny thing about the moon is there's stories of the moon being non-existent and brought to Earth, right? About who was two twins that brought the moon here, right? Something like that. They put it in place, right? Isn't that what happened? Maybe the moon was used for Mars. I wonder if there's any Mars dust in the moon. That'd be interesting to know. Mars dust. I wonder if the moon was used by Mars. And then when Mars and whatever happened over there didn't work out, they brought the moon over here. Planet number 2. And that's why the moon is what it is. It's a spaceship. The moon is a spaceship. And it's got incredible gravitational pull. It's just an amazing machine. It might be a machine. I'm still looking for that. I'm still looking for that picture. I know I got it in here somewhere. Now I don't. Now I know I'm way too past. I didn't have it here. That's a shame. It's nice to prove myself. Oh, wait. Is this it? Oh, I think I found it. Hold on. It's playing. Nah, it's not it. All right. Let's go here. What is this? Sorry. We'll get back to work. I'm totally out of my element right now. All right, where is Bart? Come on, Bart. And then I'm going to show you some other stuff. Hold on. Here we go. Your mother's monkey. Where is it? Go.
Over a hill and parallel over flat ground. You see? This is the way sunlight looks with shadows. They never intersect if they're genuinely lit by sunlight.
Let's see what he says. Show us the goods.
Moon. And here's a picture from the last mission to the moon, proving they never went, because here the astronaut shadow is at 12 o'clock and a rock about 5 feet away. The shadow is going at 9 o'clock. A 90-degree difference from objects 5 feet apart, impossible to take place in sunlight, can only take place with a very nearby electrical light, proving the fraud in one.
Okay, what I noticed, I just remembered something. What I noticed, what changed parallel shadows to non-parallel was a slope. When I remember there was a slope. If you look at this picture, there's a little slope right by that rock. Right here. You can see in the crater it goes down. So, I don't know. You know, he doesn't get close enough for us to see. This shadow's probably the fake one. This is probably the real one. This right here. Whoops.
Here's a picture of the Chinese lunar rover.
That's
before
racist.
Processing on the left and after processing on the right. No red highlights because
no red hangers.
Not a fake image.
No
Here's
red
Putin
hangers.
Taking a look at it, in which he replied, "Isn't that interesting?" And that's it, because the guy already knows. Is it possible that the world's leaders are preparing to release the fact that the early moon missions were indeed falsified? A hint of such can be seen on the cover of the 2024 Precognitive Economist magazine forecast for next year, wherein the Apollo rocket is shown in the upper left with a noticeable question mark beside it. A high-ranking source in the Chinese Space Agency told me personally that their government is well aware of the federal government's moon fraud and has been for some time, yet is blackmailing NASA in exchange for space technology
for not exposing their fraud, all of which is a violation of the federal government's own espionage laws. Apparently, Russia is also blackmailing the United States, hence so surprised by Putin, which is another good reason for the truth to come out.
for not exposing their. You can see in the top left the moon rocket with the question mark, and here's the enlargement of it.
Oh, wow, look at that.
With a question mark. I even have an eyewitness who saw them film Apollo 11 at Cannon Air Force Base their special ops headquarters,
in June 1968, who confessed as he was dying and fearing the judgment of God that he was a murderer. He murdered a co-worker at Cannon Air Force Base in 1968. The military police conducted an investigation into the murder right before he died. When they asked him why he murdered his co-worker, the former chief of security at Cannon Air Force Base said that they had both eyewitnessed the filming of the first moon landing at their base in 1968. His co-worker thought that it was morally wrong. They were going to tell a reporter in order to expose it to the public, who he felt had a right to know, and the security chief murdered his co-worker to keep the moon landing fraud a secret. Funny thing to say while you're dying of cancer, if it weren't true. Wow. So the guy's co-worker wanted to tell, and he's like, you ain't telling anybody, and shoots him. That's the story anyway. All of this verified by SIBREL, who writes in great detail about this amazing deathbed confession in his new book, Moon Man, the true story of a filmmaker on the CIA hit list, which is available at SIBREL.com. The whistleblower's surviving son confirmed that all of this is true in the research of SIBREL's book, and the son was even recently threatened with death face-to-face by 2 CIA agents for telling SIBREL this information. The United States Senate Intelligence Committee, the FBI, and even the White House press secretary were involved investigating these illegal death threats made by a rogue CIA personnel against American citizens. Now that's the way, it goes when you tell. Don't be a snitch. Snitches get stitches. See, David Grush, that's why nobody can do anything to him. He didn't see shit. He said now all of a sudden, apparently he has seen some stuff, but I don't know about that. I don't know. It's a coming real soon. People think UFOs are coming. It is amazing. Did you know, did you know there's 4 species? There's 4. Ex-defense minister says ETs from Andromeda and Saturn's moon visiting Earth for thousands of years. Never mind, I just blew it. All right, there are already dozens of claims. This is by Vicky Verma on X. There's dozens of claims in favor of ET visitation. Today, numerous astronauts and government officials support the UAP phenomenon. No, they don't. It's all a lie, Vic. And some of these government officials are highly positive that they could have an alien origin. The Honorable Paul Hellyer, former Canadian Minister of Defense, said ETs have been visiting our planet for thousands of years, and it is likely that at least 2 of them are working with the U.S. government and sharing their highly advanced technologies with humans. In the 60s, Paul Hellyer, a high-ranking official during the Cold War, asserted that he had discovered with certainty about the existence of aliens while serving in the military. He said that people from other worlds have been coming to Earth for a very long time. He insisted that a lot of that stuff that makes up our high-tech gadgetry has been gifted to us by the advanced ETs. What do they give us? Touch screen? Ooh, we were doing that already. Lasers? Forget about it. We were already working on lasers for 2 years before then. Kevlar? What is this? Who's that guy? What is this? Corso's night? This is your life, Philip Corso. Bring your wet lip to the contest, please. Did you ever see that wet lip he has? Like, you just want to sit there and pat it with the napkin the whole time. It's like, clean your lip, man. He's a disgusting pig. Philip Corso's a lying sack of beep and a piece of boop. I hate that beep ass boop hole. Check this out. Let's go to Maz, shall we? Why isn't it playing? Oh, sorry.
Although as Minister of
Oh, this son of a bitch. We've already seen this bastard. All right.
National Defense, I had sighting reports of UFOs. I was too busy to be concerned about them at the time because I was trying to unify the Army, Navy, and Air Force into a single Canadian Defense Force.
How'd that work out
And
for
that
you?
itself was a kind of battle to the finish.
How'd that work out for you?
This was not high on my agenda. But about 10 years ago, I started getting interested due to a young man from Ottawa sending me
Is that Dolan
material
next to
on
him?
the subject. I told him I was too busy to read it, but he had confidence that someday I would. It took me a while to get around to reading it, but I took it for my summer reading in 2005 and was really impressed with what was contained in it. And
All right. You know what? Put a hot needle in my eye. I can't listen to another word of that guy. He's going to put me to sleep. No, seriously, a hot needle would have been much better. Sorry I did that to you. Sorry, I said. Something's missing. You want to have some fun? Let's have some fun. We haven't done this in a long time. Let's play Abducted by Aliens. Come on, everybody. The chickies love it. You guys know how to play, right? I'm going to ask you. Hold on. Hold on. No, you're not going to do that today. That's not going to happen. I'm ahead of myself now. So I'm going to ask you, kind folks. No, really? Seriously? No. I do. I just one needle in my eye, hot needle. I want you, when prompted, to give me verbs, adjectives, pronouns, nouns, places, numbers. When I ask for one, we're going to make a story. See? It's called Abducted by Aliens. And if you've ever played what is it called? Ad libs? Well, this is that. So we're going to put each one in here, and then I'm going to hit go mad at the bottom, and it'll generate a story with the words we chose. Okay? Capiche? Oh my God, I'm going to beat myself up. I swear to God. Can we have a little bit of music or something that's soothing for this? All right, that's kind of good. Too loud. All right, you ready? When I say go, then you start. I won't take anything until right now. All right, I want a verb ending in ing. Kind of like walking, speaking, jerking, something. I'm ready for that first word. It does need more cowboy. Cowbell, cowboy. Running is the first word. Now give me a verb ending in ed. I'm ready for that. I know there's a delay, but the next verb ending in ed. Jerked. We already got, there's a 20-second delay, so. Ending in ed. Wasted. Got it. Wasted by Dorothy. Nice one. And I also need one more verb ending in ed. I'll pick the one right after Dorothy's. Wrecked. WR by Aaron. All right, the next one is a noun. You know what a noun is? People, place, or thing. A noun. Bob, I know you don't understand. Just follow along. You'll figure it out. I don't know why it's hard to figure it out. Joshua Morphew, that's not it. That's a verb. I need a noun. Hold on. Lou Elizondo. Hey, what's up, terrestrial? Material. Lou Elizondo is a person, place, a thing. All right, next we need a verb. A verb. A verb is something like an action. Donovan's lost. I don't know how. A verb. Pumped. Pumped is good. Animal. Somebody throw me an animal. Like a chimpanzee, a giraffe. Do you know giraffes eat about 70 pounds of grass a day? Yeah. You know they can go 2 months without water? I know. An animal, what do we have here? What's the first one? A horse, pit bull, pit bull. I need 1, 2, 3 nouns in a row. So I'll take the next 3 nouns. People, places, or things. Chinchilla would have been good. Dino beaver is good. Too late for those. Damn it. Nouns. Starting now. A dog. Another noun. Spoon. I'm picking what I want. Noun. Brush. I saw weed first, so I'm going to go with weed. A place and a number. Richard Goof on in bags. Give me a place and a number. A place and a number. I see number 2. Uranus. I see Uranus. And the number 2 I saw. All right. So we're going to generate. I'm going to press the button, the magic button, and see what story. See, Bob, you see all these words we just put in here? I'm going to hit this button at the bottom, the Go Mad button, and it's going to create a story called Abducted by Aliens. And they're going to use our words, all right? So here we go. You ready? Hit the Go Mad button in 3, 2, 1. All right, I didn't look yet. Let's read it together. I was running along the sidewalk when an alien wasted me. I was wrecked into their Lou Eleganzo and it blasted off. That was weird. Then the alien asked me to pump on the TV. I was surprised they spoke English. The aliens had a pet pit bull. We ordered a dog and it tasted good. As we came back into the galaxy, one alien asked me if I wanted a spoon. I said no, but I would like weed. Well, he got it for me and then dropped me off at my Uranus. Then I realized I'd been gone for 2 years. That's a good one. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. That one's all right. That was pretty funny, actually. A little weird. All right. Can we shut that music off, please? Thank you. Oh, that song. Oh. Hello, ladies and germs. Welcome to Goof On with Rich Giordano and Samo, the angel of Goof On, Jeanette, and the boss who left, Diane. Tonight, we're going to talk about the moon. Did we make it there? Did we make it to Mars? Oh, there's secrets out there. Those aliens sure know how to hide, don't they, Bob? That's great, Bob. We'll be back after this message from OxyPad. All right, everybody, we're back. Groovy tunes here on a Friday night. Thank you very much for coming in and listening to a little bit of Goof On. Tonight, we've been talking about several things. Going around listening to Grush. We've listened to a couple of people I don't even remember. The Hill. What else did we do? I gotta tell you, having a great time doing it, whatever it is the hell we're doing. Let's just keep this show going, shall we? Hey, Ma! Peoples! All right, everybody, we're back, and have a happy night. It's the weekend here at Goof On. Don't forget, keep your TVs on tonight because we're going to have a great episode here on Goof On, right here on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this message from Chips Ahoy. No, I'm not going to do it again. Just kidding. All right. You ever see like those shows, right? They go away, but they're still talking. Right? That's what they used to do in the 70s at the end of the game shows. You almost made it. You almost won the $20,000 pyramid. I tell you, we'll be back tomorrow right here on NBC. And then the sound goes away. You hear the music from the show, and they're just sitting there talking. Right? And you see them talking. They do cutaways like that on Family Guy. It's so stupid. It's funny. All right, let's get back to work because you guys are getting mad. 1.5 million year old alien spaceship found on the moon. Remember this story? The Apollo 20 mission? Well, I'm going to refresh your memories, okay? So take a look at this. Turn that music off. Oh, thank God. It was like loud, wasn't it? It was like loud. It wasn't loud. It was like loud. White cloud? No! Go. We've landed here on Mars. I'm telling you, we found an alien spirit. Unscheduled TV transmission. Apollo 20. What's this music? Come on. You know, why do they gotta ruin everything? You know, they did that on purpose, so I don't play it. Right? But here they are back in the 30, 40 years ago. We went to Mars. Supposedly found that that woman, right? It's not, all this was fake, though. It wasn't real. But it was pretty cool, though. Pretty cool looking. They did a good job. Well, we found her. She was just sitting there nude as could be. Probably old looking. She looks like you could, like petrified. You know what I mean, Ed? She does kind of look a little petrified. I ain't never seen no woman look like this before. Open your mouth there, Ed. I can barely hear a word you're saying. You got that right. Whatever you say. I keep looking at her eyes. I just want them to open up and say something. Say something. See, they put the music in there to trick us. Ain't happening. Now here's the actual supposed real footage of the craft. You know? Can you imagine if this was real? Look at how big it would be. See that? It's crazy, right? But unfortunately, it's not real. It just isn't. I forget what it was. It was for something. It was a project of some sort for something, somebody, somewhere. What? It looks legit. There was something I needed to do. Tonight. I can't remember what it was. Now, you got to see this. This looks cool. You know what I'm going to be playing? This photographer was left in fear when this cat, Bobcat I think it is, walks up to him. And he's never seen anything like it, and it's trying to get his attention. Check it out.
Fear as a dangerous cheetah quickly approached him, but unknown to him, she was gravely injured. Realizing, he and his friends quickly rushed her to the rescue center, and after she recovered, the man went to say goodbye before she was released back into the wild. But only 2 weeks later, they bumped into her again. This time, she immediately approached their car and climbed on top. The man was shocked. He had never seen a cheetah act like this before. He tried to take some pictures of her, but his heart suddenly stopped when she carefully got closer, and that's when he realized that she still remembered him. From that day on, the cheetah greeted the man whenever he visited. But on this day, the cheetah did something unexpected and led him to a hidden spot. And to his amazement, she was trying to introduce her babies to him. She even seemed to want him to babysit while she took a quick nap.
Isn't that cool? It's amazing. Animals and humans, man. If we didn't do what we do, this whole entire world would be so much different if we didn't have to kill the animals. It really bothers me. It bothers me. I don't like it. I hate this planet. I hate what people do on this planet to animals. It kills me. It kills me. I don't know what it is. Ever since I was a kid, man, I just knew that animals were my thing. I don't know. I always wanted to be a vet, but I couldn't handle all these animals dying. I don't know how they do it.
For its mother's milk, but wasn't even allowed a sip. It had been days without a drop. Bravely, it approached its mom, but she growled a warning to stay away. When it tried again, she stood up and walked away. Weak and small, even its siblings shunned it. The cub didn't understand why its family disliked it, unaware it's just nature's way of survival of the fittest. When the family moved on, the little one was left behind. Unluckily, while trying to drink from a river, it got stuck on a steep slope. It kept crying for help, but no one came. Finally, an exploring human heard the cries and rescued it. The cub, looking pitiful, followed the man. From that moment, its fate changed. The cub was well-behaved, quiet, and ate its milk on time. The man bathed it, and gradually, it grew stronger and healthier. It got used to the new environment and the man's company, but it had to return to nature. Heartbroken but inevitable, they had to part. The man took it to a wildlife training center where, after 6 months of learning survival skills, it was released back into the wild. The story seemed over, but amazingly 9 years later they met again. The lion remembered its savior, eagerly knocking the man over and affectionately nuzzling him. Animal emotions are pure and enduring.
That's crazy cool. Did you see what he did? He jumped on him like, I can't believe it's you. I looked all over for you. And everybody said, just go over there. Every time I went over there, there were people with guns. That's a beautiful story. I'm sorry. I just thought it was a beautiful story. Forgive me for wanting to share. Oh, I wanted to play this. I can't play it. Damn it. It's Key and Peele. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. This just came out. Oh, you sons of... On Reddit, they posted a story as new, and it's old. It's 15 years old. See? So Senator Gillibrand is still fighting for UAPDA review board. Did you hear about that? I know. Very nice. This came out yesterday. Gillibrand, whatever, announces fiscal year 2024 defense bill wins. Today, U.S. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, a senior member of the Senate Armed Services Committee and chair of the Emerging Threats and Capabilities Subcommittee, announced that several of her provisions were included in the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 24. This year's NDAA is a win for service members and their families, said Senator Gillibrand. It includes many of the provisions I worked hard to pass, including a significant pay raise for our troops, $676 million to help close the funding shortfall in the WTCHP, and guarantee health care for previously excluded 9/11 first responders, and measures to help clean up potentially deadly PFAS contamination on military bases. It will also provide millions in funding for advanced technical research at New York institutions and expand my Cyber Service Academy Scholarship Program, which provide students with free college in exchange for public service after school. Unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAP SAP spending restrictions. This provision prohibits the use of funds for any classified programs, including special access programs, SAPs, involving UAP that have not been briefed to the relevant congressional committees and congressional leadership. The conferees agreed that this spending prohibition could apply to hiring, training, and use the government of contractor personnel, the analysis of UAP, providing security related to UAP programs, reverse engineering or replication efforts, and the development of certain kinds of propulsion technology. And then the UAP Disclosure Act, this legislation's intent is to increase transparency related to UAP records held by the U.S. government. It creates a UAP records collection within the National Archives and provides a legal mandate for the National Archives to declassify UAP records 25 years after their creation, with certain exceptions for national security purposes. While Gillibrand was disappointed, the final bill omitted a UAP records review board included in the original amendment. This is an important first step, and Gillibrand will continue working to support government transparency on this topic of UAP, UFO, alien. Good, good, good. Keep going. Hey, keep doing what you do. All right? You keep doing what you do, and everything will fall into place. Never. Huh? What? Everything should fall into place. It won't. Huh? Why? Huh? Check this out. This is unbelievable.
Oh, holy crap! Come here. Come here.
This is amazing.
Oh, get in there. Get in there.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh my God, guys. Woo! That's a big crystal inside. Yeah.
Watch this.
This one's loose right here. It's a weird looking cluster.
Oh, I'm so... this is unbelievable.
You ready?
Come on.
Oh! Look at it!
That's gorgeous.
That's insane! Bro.
Come on, man. Really? They just pulled it out of a rock. Good, it's clear.
Look at that.
That is just wicked cool. I'm all like watching, yeah, oh man. I love that digging stuff. I always wanted to be one of those guys, you know, that dig for stuff. The Cousins brothers used to do that with bottles. They were very good at digging for bottles, believe it or not. I have a ghost caught on camera here for you. By the way, I still don't know what happened on the show last night, whatever noise that was. But it was on the show. I played it back. There was nothing out of the ordinary. So I realized something. You guys may not know this. Some of you probably do. But I did 125 Ouija board sessions over a 6-month period. And I tried to conjure up conversation with the devil. One thing I did not do in all 125 Ouija board sessions was say goodbye and shut the portal. So all 125 portals have been open. After I did that experiment, a lot of strange things happened. I lost my voice. My esophagus was bruised by what looked like strangulation. I even have x-rays to prove everything I just told you. The doctor said, because I lost my voice, my throat was hurting so bad, and it was just amazing. And he said, your esophagus is bruised from top to bottom. And he points at the x-ray and he says, if this was colorized, all this dark area would be dark purple and blue, which is bruising. Your whole esophagus is bruised. Are you sure you didn't do any sword swallowing or anybody choke you, asphyxiation, anything? I said, I swear, doc, I swear it. One thing I tried, though, I tried to close the 125 portals. I went on the show one night. I got the Ouija board out and I read some scripture or something that was supposed to close up the Ouija board, all the doors. But what if it only closed one door and I still have 124 open? We're going to have to do something about that, because I don't know what's going on at my place, but whatever is going on, it seems to be worse or better. If you, like, I don't mind. It just, I have to stop what I'm doing in the middle of doing it and, like, do an EVP session. And I'm like, it's interrupting my day. I see a lot of weird things in this place, man. I just haven't caught anything to tell you about it. But let's see. Watch this.
Were hanging out at home one afternoon when something unusual took place. They just got back from playing with their Great Dane outside and just sat down to relax. In the middle of their conversation, something took place by the glass door that they are unable to explain to this very day.
But bro, like, BDs, I just played with you for a long time while Mama was outside. Did he just knock and open the door? Look.
That's cool.
Is he out there? Yeah.
As one of the friends throws the dog toy down the hall, 3 knocks can be heard coming from the glass door.
It's always 3 knocks.
Both of the friends, along with the dog, clearly hear the noise and look in the direction of the knocking. Soon after, the door slowly opens with nobody around. Could their house be potentially haunted? Or is there a more reasonable...
What's weird about that, the girls don't even react to it. They just sit there. Oh, and they're talking to it. Oh, and you opened up the door?
2 friends were
you opened up the door, she says.
Home one afternoon when something unusual took place.
I can't grab it. I don't like that you can't fast forward these.
They just got back from playing with their Great Dane outside and just sat down to relax. In the middle of their conversation, something took place by the glass door that they are unable to explain to this very day.
But bro, like, BDs, I just played with you for a long time while Mama was outside. Did he just knock and open the door? Look. Is he out there?
They're just sitting there. Oh, so is he out there? Did he open? The dog's right there, and I think they're talking about some other dog. Anyway, I wouldn't have just sat there. That's just bizarre behavior. Makes me think it was staged a little bit. A little bit. All right, so I'm looking at getting a drone, and I found one I think I might get, but then somebody sent me something, and I may get... So let me show this to you guys. This isn't... I want a faster drone. I like going 45 miles an hour, not 36. But here's the drone I'm looking at. Not sure if I want this yet, but this is the XL Blackhawk 2 Pro. You think that's expensive? It's not. It is cheap for what you get, but I would get, extra batteries. But this is what we're looking at. So 35-minute flight, that's good. 5-mile range. Anything over 2, I'm happy with. This is good. 48 megapixel camera, 200, 4K HDR, and 3-way obstacle. That's fine. Hey. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm thinking about it. What is this? Why is this one more? I don't understand. What's the difference? Oh, this is the Pro. Well, I would go with the Pro. So there. 2 battery kit, add the bag, 9 bones. It's $1,000. My goodness. That's what I paid for my drone, my other one. Pretty good. It's not a bad drone. If it went a little faster, I'd be happy. Because I like to chase cars. And 35 miles an hour. I want my DJI drone to work like you wouldn't believe. And it didn't work today, and I tried it. Because I got a newer, updated app. Thanks, Ben. And I thought maybe it would work. It didn't. DJI is the best. There's no one better. You get all the bells and whistles. I never even had a cheap drone in my life. And this is the only drone that I ever had, you know, this right here. I started with a Ferrari. So anything, you know, anything that's not a Ferrari, I just don't want to, I don't care. But I really like my drone. The Mavic Air 2, man, it's a great drone. All right, we're out of here. We'll be back. What's tomorrow? Oh, Saturday. Now, tomorrow's my father's birthday, and that's going to be in the late afternoon, the party. So not going to be doing a 5 o'clock show. It's going to be 8 or 9. I may change it depending on what time I get home. Believe it or not, there may not be a show. Even though there is one set up, there may not be one tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. But I am planned for 8. All right. And we do it here every single night, except for Sunday. What do we do? What do we do? Everybody should know this. Truth on. Truthology for ufology for you. Be good. All right. Have a nice weekend. We're going to be in rain all weekend long. I am going to be like a kid in a candy store tomorrow. I love rainy days. Ooh, I love a rainy night. We'll see you tomorrow. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. And alien bless the hell out of the weekend, will you?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Control life. Warning.